Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Next week. If the men can come closer, it's a huge ocean between me and you. I can't swim, so it's hard for me to jump in the ocean. Perfect. Thank you, Josh. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Jayam Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parigvacharya Stotha Trishi Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Chilla Prabhupada Ki. Jayam Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parigvacharya Stotha Trishi Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Maya Pradam Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Maya Ki Jai. Yamuna Maya Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Sri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Swami Vedabhakta Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. So before we start the class, I just want to ask the devotees. I don't know how many of you know what the title of this evening's Bliss Happens class is, but it's actually titled, I Have No Time. And I would like to ask each one of you, if you can raise your hand, when you read the title, what was the first thing that came to your mind? Like, what the heck is this class going to be about, right? What popped into your head when you said, I have no time? Yes, Mandeep.
That's me.
That's you said?
That's what first thought.
First thought. Okay. Thank you for being honest. I appreciate that. Yes. Any other thoughts when you read, I have no time?
That is everybody's excuse for everything. Family feud, number one answer. 99 people. Why they cannot do something? Why?
Nice. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that is the first thing that came to my mind too when I actually came up with the title, I have no time. It's a very common excuse. Any other thoughts? One more. Yes. Of course, being my husband and I did the same guru, that is the purpose of the lecture. He just let the cat out of the bag. But it's a very, interesting title. And when I was preparing for this class, if you have your cell phone, so you can bring out the Bhagavad Gita if you want to pass it up, Pranav. If you turn to chapter 11, verse 32, and if you have your cell phones, you can pull it up on Vedabase. If not, Pranav will get a few of the Bhagavad Gita out. And very nicely, interestingly, that we just finished chapter 11, reading chapter 11 on our Bhagavad Gita circle that we just finished on Friday, and we're starting on chapter 12 tomorrow. So if we turn to chapter 11, verse 32, and I will chant the Sanskrit, and we can have each of us and one of you read the purport and the translation. Sri Bhagavanu Vacha Kalo Smi Loka Shaya Krit pravridho lokan samahartum iha pravrittaha hrite pi tvam na bhavishyanti sarve ye vashtitah pratyanikeshu yodha Sri Bhagavanu Vacha Kalosmi Loka. Oh my, this is a different tune. Naveen, you want to help me with the tune? Yeah, we have to change the meter, right? Go ahead. No, you chant. If I think I'm going to mess it up. Thank you. Sri Bhagavanu Vacha, the personality of Godhead, said, Kala, time, Asmi, I am, Loka, of the worlds, Shayakrit, the destroyer, Pravridha, great, Lokan, all people, Samahartum, in destroying, Iha, in this world, Pravritta, engaged, Hrite, without except for, Api, even, Tvam, you, Na, never, Bhavishyanti, will be, Sarve, all, Ye, who, Avastitha, situated, Pratyanikeshu, on the opposite sides, Yodha, the soldiers. Who would like to read the translation? Go ahead.
Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Time I am, the great destroyer of the world, and I have come here to destroy all people, with the exception of you, the Father. All the soldiers here on both sides will be slain.
Who would like to read the purport? Prasad, you want to read the purport, bro?
Although Arjuna knew that Krishna was his friend and supreme personality of Godhead, he was puzzled by the various forms exhibited by Krishna. Therefore, he asked further about the actual mission of this devastating force. It is written in the Vedas that the supreme truth destroys everything, even the Brahmanas. As stated in the Katha Upanishad,
Thank you for reading that. So here, Krishna is saying that he is the time. He is time. Kala. He destroys, he maintains, he creates. Everything is in his control. So if we really understand the word time, we use this term today, I have no time, or it's my time, our time. Whenever we say it's my time or our time, it's like we've taken control of the time is mine, when actually the time is Krishna. He destroys anything. He can take away, like what he's told Arjuna, your job is to kill them. They're already dead. If you see the universal form, they're dead. It's just that Arjuna has to make it happen. But they're already dead. So the concept of time sometimes is very tricky, like what Mandeep was saying. He says when he read the article, the title said, oh, that's me. And Naveen was saying that, it's a very common thing that we say, I don't have time. It's how we understand time. So for example, actually not for example, we have a major festival coming around. And what is that? Janmashtami. It's right around the corner, literally 4 weeks away. That is Krishna's birthday. It's coming up. Do we have time? We don't have time. It's just like, again, I have no time. It's literally 4 weeks away, right? If we think of, in the material world, when it's someone's wedding, when do they start planning for the wedding? Like 6 months ahead, 1 year ahead? They have to find the caterer, they got to find the hall, they got to find the cooks, they got to find the decor, the event planner. It takes time. Now, we have Janmashtami in 4 weeks. Do we have the time or do we not have the time? And if we do have the time, how much time do we have? When time is Krishna. And what should we do to get ready for the Lord's birthday? Imagine this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead's birthday. It's not, it's not our child, it's not the husband, it's not the wife, it's not the mom, it's not the dad. It's the Supreme Personality of Godhead who rules and controls everything in this world and the universe and what have you. And here in Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada is saying, time controls everything. But that time is Krishna. So time controls everything equals to Krishna controls everything. Because Krishna is time. With the rising and setting of the sun, everyone's life is diminished by the influence of time. We cannot tell the sun, I'm not ready to wake up, so you just don't rise yet, you just sit. When I'm ready to wake up, then you can rise. It doesn't work that way, right? Or when it's time for the sun to set, say, no, I have to play a bit more with my friends, so you don't set now, wait. Let me play for half an hour more with my friends, then you can set. The sun doesn't say that, who the heck are you? I'm going to set. Because I'm controlled by Krishna, I'm controlled by time. So how are we making use of that time when time is Krishna? And that is the million-dollar question. First is to understand and accept that time is Krishna. Just like we say, and we know that the chanting of the holy name is none different from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Mahamantra is Krishna's personification. Devotional service is Krishna himself. Like I was we have a very nice speaker that comes on. Your wife knows Barsha, a few devotees have heard her. Mother Geeta, she's a very senior disciple of Gopal Krishna Swami from Atlanta. And she has brought this point up in our classes, and it's beautiful. She says, and she relinks this to devotional service, she says, if we have a child, and many of us here have children, and the child is sick, and we have to give the children medicine every 6 hours, and say that one of the doses is at 2 in the morning. Now, do we say, you know what, the child is sleeping, I'm very tired, I have no time, I'll skip this dose and give 6 hours later? Have we ever done that? We will set the alarm, get up at 2 o'clock and give the child the dose. We don't ignore the child. That is devotional service. When a service is given, that service is Krishna's personification. We just can drop it. And another example that Mother Geeta uses, and I love her classes, she would say something like, okay, and she's mentioned this in her Bhagavatam classes, she would say, you know, when a mother gives birth to a child, does she say, okay, I've given birth, my job is done, now you raise the child? No. Her job is not done. And some of us who have grown children like my children, we know that the job is never done. In fact, my husband, when we first got married, he has a friend, and she had, by the time I think her kids were like 30s, they were like, you know, grown, Eddie Whitten, very grown. And she would tell my husband, when the kids grow older, it's tougher. And he's like, how is that possible? You know, and when we had our kids, to me, when they were young, it's like, oh my God, you know, I can't take this, you know, feeding them, you know, breastfeeding, diaper change, raising them, going to school, you know, up until, grade school and so on and so forth. When they hit the teenage years, is when I told my husband, your friend was absolutely right. It doesn't get easy. Naveen, be ready. It doesn't get easy. In fact, it continues. Because why? We cannot ignore the children. They are given by the Lord, right? Same way for service. If a service is given to us, we can drop it and say, I have no time. Because that service is the Lord's personification. It's Krishna himself. Whether the service comes in cooking and cleaning and preaching and, you know, whatever form, mopping, wiping, book distribution, anything, that service is Krishna. So the question here is, how are we making use of time when time is Krishna? And where are we using the time when time is Krishna? And when I was meditating on these two questions last evening, I was Googling on ISKCON Desire Tree. And there was one devotee that says, spending our time in service to Krishna means I have no time. Why? Because we are using time in service to the Lord. When we say I have no time, are we saying I have no time because I have to watch a movie, I gotta go to here, I gotta chill, I gotta be a couch potato, or are we saying there's so much to do for the Lord, I have no time to waste? Now, if we go back to the material example, children, right? And we all have gone to the stage where the kids who are like, pulling on our sari, our dhoti, our pants, our dress, I want mommy, I want mommy, I want mommy, right? And when mommy's not there, I want daddy, I want daddy, I want daddy, right? And we can't ignore it. We'll just say, I don't have time, I gotta tend to my child needs me. That's the first priority. That is Krishna. So when the service is given to us, when we are so engaged that we are using the time in Krishna's service, then I have no time. Because that time is used in Krishna's service. Just like how a child is saying, Mommy, feed me. Daddy, I want ice cream. Mommy, feed me. And we're like, okay, you know what, guys? I'm done talking to you. My child needs me. Because I don't have time to waste. Because my child needs me. The same thing with Krishna consciousness and service. Where are we using our time? Are we spending our time in service to the Lord? And like we said, in the beginning, interestingly, we use the phrase "our time" when actually it is not our time. It's Krishna's time, and the more, and it's for me too, because I'm still learning. The more we really take the time to understand that time is Krishna, it's not my time, the more we will be aware and conscientious of how we use our time. Because time is Krishna. It's a challenging, understanding, because it takes work. It doesn't happen overnight, Like, if we can't say, okay, it's my time. No, it's not my time. It's Krishna's time. Now, what do I do? It cannot happen in a very robotic manner. It has to happen in the proper association, where we help each other to realize, are we engaging our time properly? Now, not to say that when we say, okay, you got to use your time in Krishna, so that means you cannot take a nap. No. In no way am I saying that. When the body is tired, there's nothing wrong in taking a nap, because you need to rejuvenate your body to function. But at least we are using the time in the proper sense. No am I saying you got to quit your job and go to the forest and do yoga. No. Because the family has been given to us by the Lord to take care of it. So we're using our time to raise our family so that we can also make them Krishna conscious or lead them to the God. We are using our time effectively. As opposed to using time and saying, you know what? I'm so tired. It's my time. I'm going to hit the bars. No one is benefiting from that. Not me, not my family, no one around us, right? So understanding how to use time is a very delicate matter. There's no hard and fast rule. It's not academics. You want to see in a textbook. It just takes time to really understand and evaluate. Self-assessment, I always believe in self-assessment, especially self-reflection. It's very, very, very important that every day we take time to reflect upon our day. My spiritual master always says, when we go to bed, end of the day, we should reflect on our day and see, what did I do good for others? Did I do anything good at all? Did I waste my time uselessly? Did I use it in Krishna's service? Did I help someone? That should be our self-reflective time. It's very important that we take time to always self-reflect as much as possible. So, and we've also heard this phrase, killing time. Now, again, time is Krishna. So when we say killing time, when time is Krishna, we are saying killing Krishna. And that's when we are saying, Sheshi Gurnitai ki Jagannath Bali Subhadra ki jai. So when we say killing time, we are saying in Krishna, yeah, your time, I'm knocking you out. You're out of the picture. It's a very dangerous term because time is the Lord. We cannot kill time because time is Krishna. So because we know time is Krishna, at least we're trying to understand the concept that time is Krishna, and with Janmashtami coming up, 4 weeks away, it's time to evaluate and ask ourselves, okay, we are 4 weeks away from Krishna's birthday. 4 weeks. It's really nothing. It's really, there's no time. I have no time. You know, like we said earlier, you know, to plan a birthday party, to plan a wedding, to plan this. We spend 6 months to 1 year. We have only 4 weeks for the Supreme Lord's birthday. So how are we using our time? So in the next 4 weeks, and this is going back to my spiritual master's meditation, I have no time, please forgive me, I'm looking for Krishna Prema. So in the next 4 weeks, we should use our time, knowing that time is Krishna, looking for love of Krishna, Krishna Prema. Now, the next question will be, where do we look for Krishna Prema? Where do we look for? We have only 4 weeks. Now imagine that you have 4 weeks to learn or study for a major exam. You know, whether it be a final exam or a bar exam or a doctorate exam, whatever. Like a major exam, you have 4 weeks. You're going to be hitting the books. You're going to be crunching numbers. You're going to be mugging. You're going to be memorizing, trying to look for the answers in the textbooks to find out, okay, you know what? 4 weeks is my exam. In 4 weeks, I got to pass this test, and I got to find the answers in this book. So I'm going to go looking for the answers, right? That is the mode that we should be in for Janmashtami. We are looking for Krishna Prema. So where do we look for Krishna Prema? Where do you think we can look for Krishna Prema? We have only 4 weeks. Can you help me? Naveen. Yeah. Where do you think we can look for Krishna Prema? Any ideas? Okay. Well, one thing we can do is we need to tidy up for Krishna Prema. Because we know that whenever we welcome someone, the place has to be clean. If we want the Lord to come, He's not going to come to a messy place. He's not going to come to a dirty place. We have to clean it up. So the time is Krishna. So we have to engage our hearts and mind and body in devotional service. Because why? Now remember, because devotional service is Krishna. And Krishna Prema, we're looking for Krishna's Prema. We're looking for the love of God. We have only 4 weeks left. Janmashtami is in 4 weeks. And we have 4 weeks to really look for the Lord. Where can we find the Lord? In devotional service. Engaging our hearts and mind and body in devotional service. You know, I remember when 1996, Srila Prabhupada's centennial, His Holiness Bhakti Swami was going all around the world. Every temple preaching and spreading the glories of Srila Prabhupada Centennial, the 100 years. And I remember that he was coming to Gitanagari in 1996. And a week, 1 week before Bhakti Chara Swami came to Gitanagari, was it 2 weeks? But it was definitely less than 4 weeks, I know that. No more than 2 weeks. My spiritual master happened to be in Africa at that time. And he couldn't be in Gitanagari. He was calling us every day and saying, Srila Prabhupada is coming in 2 weeks. Clean up the farm. Gitanagari is 355 acres. What is this? 3,000 square feet? 5,000? I don't know. Whatever. We have 4 weeks, right? Gitanagari is 355 acres of land. And he says, clean up the farm, cut the grass, mop the floor, clean the walls, wash the bathroom. Srila Prabhupada is coming. And I remember us asking our spiritual master, Gurudev, but you said Bhakti Chara Swami is coming. Srila Prabhupada is coming too? And he said, when Bhakti Chara Swami comes, Srila Prabhupada is coming. Clean it up. And I remember 1 week before Maharaj came, he asked one of the devotees, go to the bathrooms and see if the toilet bowls are clean because Srila Prabhupada is coming. Why was he doing that? Because the place has to be spotless clean for Srila Prabhupada to come. Spotless clean. So in that same mood, Janmashtami is coming in 4 weeks. We have only 4 weeks. So we have to prepare and use our time for Krishna, and she said we gotta engage our hearts and mind and body in service to the Lord because Krishna is coming. His birthday is in 4 weeks. Little baby Krishna is birthday is in 4 weeks. We gotta get it cleaned up. So engaging our hearts and mind and body in devotional service. When we engage our hearts and mind and body in devotional service, we will find Krishna Prema in the devotional service. Another one that my spiritual master says in his meditation is if we have a habit of oversleeping and overeating, fix it. Fix that issue because you won't find Krishna Prema in that. Oversleeping and overeating is in the mode of ignorance and passion. We won't find Krishna Prema. Krishna doesn't get attracted to overeating and oversleeping because we are not engaging our bodies. When we overeat and oversleep, we are not engaging our hearts and minds and body in service. We're just 10 hours, 12 hours. Right? Even overeating is actually not healthy. Sometimes the eyes is more hungry than the stomach is. And we forget to listen to the stomach. And we just push it and push it. And next day we're like, oh my God, I can't get out of bed. And sometimes overeating makes us oversleep. So one of the ways to find Krishna Prema, one of the ways to find love of God is in devotional service. Because devotional service is Krishna's personification. Another way to find Krishna Prema is to engage the heart, mind, and body in right association. Very, very important. When we are in good association that helps us not to waste time unnecessarily, we become like that. For example, if someone is not a smoker and they hang out with smokers, they become a smoker. That's just Kali Yuga. So if we want to be efficient, if we do not want to waste time unnecessarily, then we hang out with devotees who don't waste time unnecessarily in the right association. Because when time flies by, it's gone. We can't turn the clock back. I mean, that's a very, very famous quote that Srila Prabhupada used to quote by Chanakya Pandit. He says that one cannot purchase even a moment of time that has elapsed, even if one is ready to offer $1 million in return. No matter how rich and wealthy someone is, we cannot say, I'm going to give you $1 million. Can you please turn the clock back? Even the richest man on the face of this world cannot control time because time is Krishna. He'll keep moving forward. He won't wait for nobody. The Lord just moves forward. He doesn't go back. He just moves forward because he waits for nobody. So therefore, time should be spent very carefully in cultivating Krishna consciousness. Time is the essence. And inquire from other experienced devotees, those who have been practicing for so many years in the movement. Ask them, how did they find Krishna Prema? And they will tell you a little bit. They'll give you some inkling. And they will even help us to prepare ourselves in 4 weeks. Because I'll tell you, planning Krishna's birthday party in 4 weeks is ain't no joke. Like this morning, actually yesterday, after Rath Yatra was boom, boom, so many activities. And just yesterday, was it yesterday or Friday night, I finally was able to find a little 2 hours to focus on Rath Yatra expenses. I had to tally the books, what came in, what goes out. So I was able to do the coming in. I just halfway to the going out. And I was going to do it yesterday, but I had to finish up, my household shopping. And then in the afternoon, I had to say, wait, my God, Janmashtami, now wait. Do I do Rath Yatra? Do I do Janmashtami? Or do I do Balaram Jayanti? 3, all in one. So I said, okay, let me divvy up my time. 2 hours for Janmashtami, 2 hours for Balaram Jayanti, and 2 hours for Rath Yatra. And by the time I knew it was like 12:15 in the morning, I said, I gotta hit the bed. I was dead. After a certain time, my brain just shuts down. It doesn't work at all. Because time is running out. And this morning I said, oh my God, Janmashtami is in 4 weeks. There's so much to do. Right? But that is what Krishna does to us. He says, I'm coming in 4 weeks. My birthday is 4 weeks. Are you ready for my birthday? I'm around the corner. When is Janmashtami? August 19th. Literally 4 weeks. And Krishna is saying, I'm coming. It's my birthday. Are you ready for my party? You know how kids would say, Mom, it's my birthday. Did you buy me this? Did you get a cake that I want? Right? What present did you buy me? Did you invite my friends? Is there going to be balloons at my party? We will hear from our children. What's the party going to be? Is it going to be strawberry shortcake? Or is it going to be black forest cake? What cake is it going to be? They get excited. That's Krishna. So Krishna is asking, I'm coming in 4 weeks. So you have 4 weeks of my time, Krishna's time. So what are you going to do? How are you going to prepare Krishna Prema for me? Can you find me? And the Lord is saying, yes. If you engage your minds and body and heart in devotional service, you will be ready for me. Because it's only in devotional service will we find Krishna Prema. It's only when we engage our hearts, minds, and bodies in devotional service will we find Krishna Prema. And the more we engage ourselves in devotional service, the more we will be ready for the Lord in 4 weeks for His birthday. And if we engage ourselves in the right association that is telling, hey, Anasuya, Janmashtami is in 4 weeks. We got to buckle up, man. I'm like, yes, I need some help. Okay, let's do this together. Right? So I have also, devotees telling me, Anasuya, Janmashtami, we need to plan, like I was just talking to Mamatura last week, and she and I are supposed to meet up next week for Janmashtami. Yeah, we got to figure out the Chappan book, we got to figure out the Abhishek. I'm like, my God, boys, I said, Mathura, let's meet up next week one evening, because it's so much to do. But it's the association. She's reminding me, Janmashtami, we got to get it done. I'm reminding her, okay, we got to buckle up. It's 4 weeks. Right association. We're helping each other to engage our hearts and minds and bodies to get ready for Krishna's birthday. Right association and devotional service. If we have these two, right association and devotional service, I'm pretty sure we will find Krishna Prema. And in 4 weeks, we will be ready for Krishna's birthday. I have no doubt about that. I was reading a very nice quote, and I believe it's by Kadamba Kanana Swami, I don't know, but Radhanath Swami, I think. He said that the special Krishna Prema will also help us to meet death without fear. It's pretty powerful. Krishna Prema, once we find Krishna Prema, it will help us to meet death without fear. Now, why is that so? Because when we engage our hearts and mind and body in Krishna's service, when we are chanting the holy name, which is none other than the Supreme Lord Himself, and when we are always in the right association, inspiring us in devotional service, reminding us about Krishna, reminding us about chanting, about reading Prabhupada's books and everything, it gives us strength. It makes us stronger. And the stronger we are, it removes fear. Krishna Prema is really powerful. And I'll be very honest with you, I am still looking for it. I haven't found it. But I remember witnessing my spiritual master's passing. I've seen so many deaths before that. I think the first death that I actually witnessed was a friend of mine back in India when I was like 11 or 12 years old. And then it was both my grandmothers, then it was my grandfather, so many, I don't know how many deaths. It was very scary. It was really very scary because I'm like, oh my God, this is a very scary thing. But when I witnessed my spiritual master's passing, and it's only by His mercy that He allowed us to witness it for months, that I realized, wow, this is what it means to meet death without fear. Because he was in the right association. His Holiness Radhan Swami was with him for 3 months. From the time he woke up till the time he went to bed. They had prasadam together, they hung out together 24/7. Dandar Swami was there, Chandramali Swami was there, continuous. He was in the right association. And he was engaging his mind, body, and heart by hearing the holy name, hearing the glories of the Lord, watching Prabhupada memories. He was watching Prabhupada memories every single day of those 3 months. He was getting into the mood of his guru, I witnessed it. And up until his last breath, I literally saw his last breath, and I was thinking, is there going to be another one? And of course there wasn't. And I was like, wow, this is what it means to meet death. But that is only possible by the mercy of Krishna, Krishna Prema. And in order for us to find that Krishna Prema, or to have a little inkling, a little drop, a little taste, a little bit of it, is only by devotional service and right association. if we are in this too, like they say in the Christian church, we can move mountains. We can move mountains. But the end of the day, instead of saying, I have no time for this, I have no time for that, I don't have time to come to the temple, I don't have time to da-da-da, we should say, I have no time to waste because I have to find Krishna Prema. Because he's coming soon. That should be the only time we should say, I have no time. When we say, I have no time because I can't come here, I can't come there, oh, I'm tired, then we are not using the time properly because time is Krishna. Krishna says, I am the time. I am the destroyer of the world. But instead of saying, I have no time for da-da-da-da-da-da, we should say, I have no time to waste because I have to go find Krishna Prema. Because I have this service to do. Because I have that service to do. Just like a child. Child says, Daddy, I'm hungry. You're not going to say, kid, wait. And I've actually seen situations, kind of sad, where I've seen people, talking and hanging out and gossiping and whatever, and the kid is saying, but I'm hungry, Mommy. So don't wait. I'm like, no, go feed the child. We can't acknowledge the child. Same way. So when I was reading this meditation, what came to my mind was, wait, Krishna's birthday is coming up in 4 weeks and we have so much to do, cleaning, sweeping, mopping, advertising, marketing, invitations, backdrop sewing, that's Vishaka's service. Like for 3 days I'm trying to find an outfit for Lord Jagannath. I'm going crazy, can't find the right color. That should be the mindset. But it takes collective work. Just like how it takes, it takes a village to raise a child. Very famous African proverb. So it takes devotees to make anything happen. And in 4 weeks is Krishna's birthday. And we have very, very, very short time. So we should definitely use time, which is Krishna, in the right way so that we can be ready for Krishna's birthday because he has some demands. It's his birthday. He's going to say, I want this, I want that. Did you make me my favorite thing? Where's my birthday cake? Right? Did you make me this sweet? Yeah, and it's also a time to share Krishna's mercy with everybody. So to conclude this, I have no time to waste because I have to find Krishna Prema. Should be our meditation for the next 4 weeks. I have no time to waste because I have to find Krishna Prema. I have to look for Krishna Prema. It's just 4 weeks. And which 2 areas can we find Krishna Prema? Remember? Service and association. If we plug into service in the right association, we can do magic. Because whether we're ready or not, August 19th will be coming up, and Krishna will say, it's my birthday, what did you do for me? So this is my reflection. Actually, this lecture topic has made me really go deep and really, reflect. This was actually, definitely this topic was very self-reflective for me. Very self-reflective. So, sharing my reflections with you, opening up my heart, and sharing my realizations. Thank you for allowing me to share my feelings and share my meditation, actually. But this has been my thought for about a week now. I have no time, Janmashtami is around the corner, I have no time. And somehow this this prayer of my spiritual master popped up, and I said, "Well, this is where I'm at right now." So, any questions, any takeaways, any thoughts? Would love to hear your thoughts. Any, yeah, anything, feedback? Yes, Naveen.
No, I'm really appreciating, yeah, I think usually our response is, well, I don't have time to read, 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever, right? I don't have time for going and preaching. It's usually I don't have time for spiritual things, because what? Because, maybe some enjoyment thing, all right, it's just, I have work, I have to, drive my kid to this lesson, I have to whatever,
Yeah.
but I'm appreciating this theme that they brought out, like the Swami had, that actually it's the opposite, right? That actually we don't have time for any of these material things. I was thinking, really, if we push that, actually, if we're staying, we shouldn't be spending even one moment in doing something that's not Krishna conscious. I think the only thing that we have to understand that, I'm speaking to myself, I think normally I think, okay, I'm going to take off and do my drop-off, okay, and then I put it down. Now I'm going to do other stuff. That's what I do, right? I'm going to stop my devotee stuff and do other stuff. But actually, I think this is the wrong thing. I'm going to try to take this message to heart.
Wow.
And actually, no, the job of me is never going on. In the sense that if whatever I'm doing next, I'm not seeing it as part of my Krishna consciousness, then I'm not doing it right.
Wow.
So that I'm being really good.
Nice.
The message is that we don't have 1 second to spend anything material. So I may do my job, I may do my kid, whatever. But everything I should be doing as my service in a way, so that changes, right? How you
Yeah.
live your whole life. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Thank you. That was heartfelt. Yes. And I really liked your heartfelt sharings. Really, really touched my heart, because, which was also my reflection too, like if we use our jobs, our whatever, making it Krishna conscious, using it Krishna service. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Explain to me that was also like that moment the week is going, back, the second thing, that's the moment. And yes, because it's time and hand, so I also together. And one to be there for time. And some meditation in my mind also, meditation, the things I've been thinking about is that if you use time to assist other devotees as they need, then you really are in this meditation. How very happy. So as far as service versus service, yes, both of them involve ourselves in it. But if we also assist other devotees if they need, even if they can't need, but we assist devotees, we look for opportunities to assist devotees, because it's truly to use the time, because it's now, ruling is now what we need to do.
Yes. Because when we help, that's a very good, very nice point too, because when we help a devotee, to help them, get some relief from material stress, then they can offer more of themselves in service to the Lord. Because when one is going through so much material difficulty, it's very difficult to focus on spiritual life. Because that's always weighing on the head. So that was a nice thought, yeah, because Because we are serving the devotee of the Lord to help them also, do better so that they can offer more to the Lord. Yeah, that was a nice one. Yeah. As Naveen and you were speaking, I was thinking for the past 1 year. As I was approaching, somehow the word half a century sounds much more scary than 50 years, so I think I'll go with 50 years, But, and I have to admit that my prayer and meditation has been, Krishna, help me to not lose focus. I'm half a century. I don't know how much more I have left. I don't want to forget why I'm here, So help me to remember you. And I was remembering a very nice snippet from Bhakti Swami's lecture where his last lecture before he came to America in 2020, he says, even when someone is leaving the body, a devotee is leaving the body, and there's no one around, Krishna will force himself into the minds of that devotee. I said, oh, Krishna, I don't know if I'm ready for this. I'm not so advanced, but help me to be with devotees. So that has been my consciousness in trying to pray, help me not waste time. Use it where I can Krishnaize it. Krishnaize it. That's the main thing, is how can we use this to Krishnaize it? How can we use that to Krishnaize it? How can we use this to Krishnaize it? And the more we keep thinking and meditating, like what Naveen was saying, and trying to flip it around and saying, I have no time because I have to find Krishna in this. I think that is the important point of the time concept, than the other side of the negative part of it. So yeah, but that was a very nice thought. Yes. Any other takeaways, thoughts, questions, reflection? Bhakti Prad, you always have something to say. I'm looking at you to hear your feet away. Haribol. Except mine, August of Prabhupada. Jai. Sharing from my experience, if we want to be better, we hang out with the right crowd. I remember in my early years of devotional service, and that's the beauty of living with a community, in a community, because we're always helping each other to grow. We're always helping each other, to do better, to do this and to do that. And in my earliest of Krishna consciousness and Gita Nagari, I was very fortunate to have senior devotees, both in my God family and proper disciples, who always was helping me to do better. Like when I first got my Brahmin in '96, and the very next day I was put on the altar. The very next morning, thrown on the altar to learn how to dress the deities. And I remember then I started cooking, and this was all in Gita Nagari, and we were trained in Krishna consciousness that when it comes to deity service, the main thing is punctuality. Got to be on time. So initially I was thinking, okay, if the arti is at 12 o'clock, I'll just be there, at 12 o'clock and do the arti. And I remember Mother Kalini used to tell me, no, Anasuya, when it comes to service, you don't be there on time, you be there before on time. She was always challenging me. And that helped me to grow because I was in the right association. I was receiving instruction from a senior devotee, proper disciple, and I could see that her instruction, I could see love in her instruction. I could see that she was my well-wisher. I could see that she wanted me to be a better person. And the more I allowed myself to be corrected by her, the more she was able to help me grow. See, it has to be two ways. If we want to grow, we have to allow ourselves to grow. And in order for us to grow, we have to receive. Like for a plant, right? If we want the plant to grow, the plant has to show some signs of, I need water. And what it would be? Dry soil, dry ground. Then you pour the water. If the plant is not going to show dryness, you will think, you're still wet, I'll wait for a while, right? But that is the reciprocation. So if we want to grow, we have to make ourselves available to receive the feedback so that they can help us to grow. So from my experience is getting the right association and allowing ourselves to grow and allowing the voice to help us to grow. And that's the beauty of community. We help each other to grow. We lean on each other, and we guide each other. We hold each other's hand. The only way that we can grow is we hold each other's hand. And we walk the journey with them. We just don't say, okay, I'm dropping you halfway. No, we hold them until that person says, I think I got it, Prabhu. But then we say, okay, I'll let you go a little bit, but if you need me, I'm just a phone call away. So we kind of not let go completely. Like if you think of children now, like, youth, when, so many kids, so many adults, youth, when they grow up, even when they turn 30, they'll call, Mommy, I need help. 35 years, oh, Mom. I remember, when I was 40, I would call my mom and go, and she goes, oh my God, I'm 70 and still bothering me. We have to be leaning on our seniors for something or the other. I hope I answered your question, Dr. Bird. Yeah. We always need association. We always need help. We always need devotees. That's the only way we can grow. That's what I've seen I've experienced in my Krishna consciousness. And today, till this very day, like I always tell devotees that, just because I'm serving as a temple president, it doesn't mean that I've got it. No, I reach out to my seniors. Like this morning, I had, myself and Dronacharya had a heart-to-heart talk for half an hour. We lean on each other. I called some of my seniors, proper disciples. I said, I need help. I need some strength. I remember when I first got the service in 2018 for this temple. In the first 1 year, it was very, very difficult for me. And I reached out to Mother Nanda Vrindavan in ISKCON DC temple. And I asked her, Mother, in your service, have you ever cried? She goes, oh, Anasuya, 1,000,000 times. I'm like, okay, so I don't feel bad. I can cry. She goes, no, cry, Anasuya. I cried. I said, what did you do? When I cry, I go get ice cream. I said, okay, I'll get root beer float. I don't feel bad. She goes, cry. And she says, I take long walks and I cry. I say, okay. So it's not weird for a leader to cry. And she goes, no. So I reach out, because I need that strength from my, from my peers, from my seniors. That's what helps us to grow and move forward. I hope I... Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, she was always correcting me. I got a lot of correction, and I still do to this very day. Believe me. Yeah. 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 Because at the end of the day, I'm human. I do appear robotic, but I'm human, you know. I have emotions. And sometimes I have my moments, yeah. I do. Thank you. That was a nice question. Thank you. Any other questions, any other thoughts to last minute? Any feedback? Okay. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, your reflection, your heartfelt feelings. Really appreciated that. Made me feel that I'm not alone. Thank you. We will go with Aarti. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasatya Dishatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivachari Go Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivachari Go Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Go Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Go Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Go Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Go Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jai Jagannatha Swami, Nayana Patagami, Baba to me. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Gurudev. Nithai Gora Haribo, Nithai Gora Haribo. Nithai Gora Haribo, Nithai Gora Haribo. Oh, Rabbimanandi. Jaya Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivajikacharya Stotra Sata Shri Maharaj Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada ki. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Privadikacharya Stotara Sattva Srimad Divine Grace is Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavini ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki ISKCON founder Charya Srila Prabhupada ki Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Dvaita Gadadha Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki Vrindavan Dham ki Mathura Dham ki Navadvip Dham ki Jagannath Puri Dham ki Jagannath Swami ki Ganga Mai ki Jamuna Mai ki Tulasi Devi ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai, Samaveta Bhakti Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hare Hare Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the lotus feet of Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga Goswami. Namaste Narasimhaya Namaste Narasimhaya Praladalajine Praladalajine Hiranyakashipu Bhaksha Silatankanakalaye Ito nesingo parato nesingo Ito nesingo parato nesingo Yato yato ya michato nesinga Bahe nesingo hidaye nesingo Narasimha Mahadev Sharanam Papadye Tavakara Kamaravare Nakam Adbhuta Singha Lalita Hiranyakashipu Tano Bringam Veshavaita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Re Jai Jagadisha Re Jai Jagadisha Re Jaya Nasingare, Nasingare, Hare, Jaya Hare. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad. Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo. सिंह भगवान की, प्रहलाद महाराज की, इताई गौर प्रेमानंदे।
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki. Want to welcome devotees to our Sunday program. It's a small group, so please don't feel bad, don't feel uninspired. There's a lot happening in summer. And now that COVID is a little bit out, so the first chance they get, you know, and then it gets better again. And as we get closer to Janmashtami, then we'll see it building up, because like we said, we don't have time to waste. We have to get ready for the Lord's birthday in 4 weeks. So that's definitely around the corner. Prabhu, this is your first time here, Prabhu? Both of you. Your first time, right? Your name, Prabhu? Bhagavan Das. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. And you're coming from? Oh, nice. Glad that you could come. Thank you so much for coming. And happy that you could join our temple program, and hope to see more of you. And we'll talk more after the program. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. A few announcements. Trying to wrap my brain a little bit. We are July. Next week is Gitanagi Rath Yatra. Haribol. It takes and unfortunately my work at my job is such where I am actually in 2020 in my finance work, so I have to always switch back from year 2020 to 2022. So I'm always asking which month and which year are we in. So please bear with me. So next week is Gitanagi Rath Yatra. So if any of you have not experienced it, please go experience it. It's a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful time. They do need help. We have been announcing this, and we do need at least 10 volunteers to help with the prasadam serving next Saturday at the Gitanagi Rath Yatra. We have, I think, 4 right now, 4 or 5? 5. So we need 5 more volunteers. If anybody is willing to help serve prasadam, please do come see me. If you have not given your name to me yet, please do so that I could hand over the names to the devotees who is organizing the prasadam serving for the Rath Yatra and Gitanagari. And we've been doing the service for the Rath Yatra for almost 12 years. So please, we always like to give them support, that is the biggest challenge, is having devotees to be on time to serve prasadam, which we know what's it like, because we had our Rath Yatra 2 weeks ago, so we know what that whole thing feels. So if you can offer help, please do come see me, and I'll add your name into the list. August 11th is the appearance day of Lord Balaram. And it's an evening program, Thursday at 6 o'clock. Normally, Vaishnav devotees, we do a half-day fast that day till noon. And because it's a working day, we'll be observing it in the evening. It's the appearance day of Lord Balaram, who is actually the older brother of Krishna. So please, and it's always nice to actually have that before Janmashtami. And that is also the period of Julan Yatra, which is the swing festival of Radha Krishna. So on the day of Lord Balaram's appearance day, we will also have the last day, which is the last day of Julan Yatra, as we call it. So which is the swinging of Radha Krishna, on the swing festival. So please, if you can come out that evening, it starts at 6 o'clock. from 6 to 8:30. So it's a Thursday evening program. So please, if you can make it out, please do come join us that evening. It's a very, very sweet program, actually. Especially the evening programs are really very intimate, very, very sweet. So please do join us. August 19th is? We just spoke about that. Hari Hari Bol. So that's coming up. Come on, we got to hear a little bit more oomph here. A kick. It's Krishna's birthday. Come on, we got to be excited about it. It's in 4 weeks, as we said. So we have a lot of planning to do, a lot of services, lots of opportunities to get our hearts purified, our minds washed and scrubbed, and our bodies, do a bit of fueling, oiling to make the bones move a little bit, so we can get something done for the Lord. So if you are able to offer any service for Janmashtami, please do let me know, because we do need a lot of help to make it a beautiful, beautiful birthday for Lord Krishna. It's an evening program. It's going to be a 3-day program because it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday is Janmashtami. It's from 8 o'clock to 7 to midnight. And Saturday is Shri Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja. We'll have an evening program at 4:30. This is actually Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja is one of my favorite festivals. One of it is because we get kachoris, because that's Krishna, because Prabhupada loves kachoris. So yeah, that's one of my reasons. But anyway, but this is very, very sweet. And then we have Kirtan, which will conclude the whole 3-day festival on Sunday at 4:30. So please do block your dates for this 3 days. It's a very beautiful time to really go from the birth of the Lord to the founder Acharya, who actually brought Krishna to us. If it was not for Srila Prabhupada, we would not have known that Krishna was the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So it's always very nice to begin Janmashtami and the next day really get into the mood of Prabhupada and really see, wow, this founder Acharya, the age of 70, came to America and gave us what we have today. So the least that we can have to do is give back what he has given to us. Very, very important. And then Sunday we will conclude with the holy name, which is none other than Lord Chaitanya's mission. He brought the holy name 540 years ago. So it's a very beautiful, 3-day weekend. So please do block your calendars for that. August 20 plus 7 is 27. Okay, August 27 is IOH ISKCON of Harrisburg Family Picnic. And that is going to be, thank you. It's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's going to be at Lambs Gap Road Adventure Park. That's going to be down in the Mechanicsburg area. So we will send out more information on that. So please, it's a time to come out and just have fun. It's a beautiful place. That's a wonderful spot for kids to run around, a nice playground, a nice monkey bar, and a nice little, arena for kids. And there's a nice walking trail. There's a volleyball court, baseball, a badminton court. Wonderful place. So bring out your rackets, bring out your, sports equipment, and let's have a good time that evening, that afternoon, and we can have, we can really enjoy each other's association. September 3rd is Radhastami. It falls on the Labor Day weekend. It's on a Saturday. So it's an evening program at 4:30. We encourage every one of you to please come. It's a beautiful, beautiful time. This is the time where we involve more of the women because of Radharani. So we really engage more of the women on Radhastami. That way they can have a very nice connection with the internal potency of Krishna, which is Radharani. So please do come out. And September 9th through the 11th is we're trying to get all the men out of the temple. To say it very brutally, the men have a men's mantra retreat up in New Vrindavan from September 9 to 11. I highly, highly recommend all the men to go, and I can vouch you will not regret it. It's a beautiful time. They will be opening up registration. I believe Naveen and Josh are trying to get some men to join the bandwagon. And if they have to rent a 15-seater van, we're going to do it. Right, Josh? Haribol. So please, if you want to sign up, you want to join the bandwagon, please see Josh and Naveen, and they will add you to the list. It's a very nice time. It's a beautiful time. About 120 men come together for this. Very, very sweet time. Wonderful prasadam. to die for, let me tell you. Wonderful lodging, beautiful Appalachian Mountains, and there'll be Bhakti Marg Swami, of course Anuttama Prabhu will be there. There'll be a lot of proper disciples, Partha Prabhu, you name it. And very nice discussion topics for men. So I highly encourage all the men to go so that the women can have some quiet time at home. What do you guys think? And then we can have a Women's Day at the temple while you men are having a good time up at the Appalachians in New Vrindavan. So that, we can just, kind of chill here a little bit and get some fun going on here. So please, it's for ages 18 and up. However, Anuttama Prabhu has given the green light for 17 and 16. So Rohin, you got your shoes in. He gave you a yes last week. If you get a yes from the GVC, you have nothing to worry about, young man. He's the one that says yea or nay. So, hey, you got it. So perfect. So please, take your dad with you. You both can go together. But yeah, so that's one thing that we would like to remind all of you. And also, the last Saturday in September is Philly Rath Yatra. That concludes the Rath Yatra season on the East Coast. So please do go out and support them. If there are any, I forgot, my Krishna Chaitanya. This Sunday, it's very important that we all be present at the temple because we will get the mercy of having His Holiness Chandramali Swami with us. He is coming Saturday night from Gitanagari to Harrisburg, staying over. He will be giving the Bhagavatam class in person at a devotee's home, Nitya Gopal's home in Mechanicsburg. He insists on having it in person, so we're going to have in-class Bhagavatam at the house. Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, he's going to give the lecture. So we got a lot of mercy next weekend. And Monday morning, he's giving the Bhagavatam class online. And question mark, he might be giving the class program in Reading Monday night. So we got mercy, mercy, mercy. If any of you have not known Chandramali Swami, you want to really get his mercy. Amazing spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada. Very, very, very senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada. He's a guru and a sannyasi. Believe it or not, he used to be, I believe he was a war veteran before he joined the movement. So that is the reason why he's able to relate to prison inmates. And that's one of his 4 preaching is prison ministry. Because he's able to relate to the minds of the prisoners being a war veteran. So please do come out. One heads up, I will definitely let you all know, and we'll end with this, is get your bodies in shape because Chandramali Swami loves to dance in Kirtan. And he'll push you to dance. And if you don't dance, he'll push you in the middle, and then you have to do the flip in the air and come down kind of a thing. So please do, and believe me, he's 75 years old. So he'll put us to shame if we don't dance. He can really move. He can really move. So please get ready for a wonderful weekend this weekend. Saturday, if you're going to go to Gitanagari, you will see him there. Sunday, you will definitely see him here, and Monday morning. So please do block your busy schedules. As we said, I have no time because I have no time for the crazy stuff. But I have no time to waste for Krishna Prema. And next weekend, we're going to get a lot of it from Chandramali Swami. So thank you so much. Before we end, please do see the deities and please do have prasadam. It's Ekadasi today, so we have a very nice Ekadasi feast downstairs. Until then, Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna.